Alright, hi everyone, let's continue with our data structures and algorithm series. In our previous videos, we have implemented push and pop method for our linked list, and today we are going to implement the get method. So get is a method that takes a number, which is basically a index or position, and returns the item in that position. For example, let's say this is our linked list and we want to get the item at index number 3. Then we will get this node that has value 9 because this is at index number 3. You can count also 0, 1, 2 and 3. We have also seen something similar in arrays, right? In arrays we can pass the index number and get the value that is present at that index. But in linked list we do not have index numbers, right? So how can we get the data that is present at the given index number? For that we have to traverse over the given number of linked list items to get to that position. Basically, let's say you are given index number 3, then we have to traverse over first 4 linked list items. And now if you are thinking the given index number is 3, then why we are traversing over 4 linked list items? Then don't forget, we always start index numbers from 0, right? So we have to traverse over 4 items here. 0, 1, 2, 3. Now these are 4 items, right? And once we reach the last item, which is the 4th item, then we will return that linked list item. If let's say the index number was 5, in that case we have to traverse over 6 linked list items, right? Now this get method in linked list is not efficient as the get method in arrays, because in arrays we have index numbers already. Alright, now let's see the pseudo code for get method and then we will jump onto the code sandbox to implement it. So the first thing in implementing the get method, we need to make sure it accepts an index number. And then we have to also handle this case where if the end user passes index number less than 0 or greater than the length of linked list, then we will return null, because as we all know, indexes cannot be negative and cannot go beyond the length of the linked list. And then we will loop through the list until we reach the index and then we will return the value. Simple, right? Now let's jump onto the code sandbox and implement our get method. Alright, so here is our singly linked list code that we implemented in our previous videos, the push method and the pop method. And now here we will implement the get method. As the pseudocode says, the get method will accept an index number. So I will just write here index, and then we have to handle this edge case scenario where the end user can pass negative index numbers or maybe greater than the length of linked list. In this case, we will return null. For that, I will just put a if condition here. If index is smaller than 0 or index is greater than this dot length. We have length property also in our singly linked list, right? If index is greater than this dot length, then we will return null, right? Now we have to loop through the list until we reach the index and then we have to return the value. Now before starting the for or while loop, we will need two variables here. First one is current, that will point to the current node when we are traversing over the linked list, right? And the second variable will be counter, that will help us in counting whether we have traversed over the given number of linked list items or not, right? Now I will start my while loop. The condition will be while counter is not equal to index, then keep this loop going on, and with every iteration we will move our current variable from current node to the next node, and next node can be accessed by calling .next property, and with that we will increase our counter as well, right? And once this loop breaks, which means we have successfully traversed over the given number of linked list items, now it's time to return desired node, right? So I will simply return current. Alright, that's all what we need to do to implement the get method. Now let's try to run this and see if it is working as expected or not. So we already have a linked list created over here. I will just do a console log. Alright, you can see we have 4 elements right now in our linked list that are 1, 2, 9 and 10. Right now I will try to get the node at index 2. For that I will just simply do a console log and then list dot get, and then we have to pass the index over here, that is 2, and you can see it successfully returned the node that has value 9 because it is on index number 2 right now. You can see this is index 0, this is index 1, and this is index 2, and the last one is index 3. So we can say the get method is working as expected. Easy, right? So that's all for this one. In the next video we will try to implement the set method for our linked list. Thanks for watching.